Why am I somebody that people really enjoy when bad happens to them? Like I mean, I,
Because you're loud. You're a loud fan.
am I? But am I? I am a loud fan. I am an emotional fan, but I'm not mean. Like you know what I mean? I understand the all right, that's the fun part about sports, your team, loses and other people come at them, but I am not I got to be really backed into the corner and turn into, as Serda, that cornered badger that I can turn into. It's got to really
You
get
talking
me.
about Kansas? Talking about the Jayhawks?
Obviously, yes.
You're gonna call it by its name? That's what we're doing?
Diehard KU fan over here.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, the guy who said, you've already told us on this very show that you didn't even really give a damn about the fact that they were going to win the national championship. You just drove down there to join the party.
I bought this shirt for that party, for that very party. While
I played the game and had carpet burns from my activity of the game. But I just say this, like,
excuse me?
Yeah, you've never seen me in game. I'm
okay.
I'm emotional. I'm not proud. I'm a lot better now that I have gotten into sports media because it's drop. I've seen how the sausage is made, so I look at it for the stories. But Kansas basketball still has me by the nuts.
He's
and twist.
He's a call them strictly by their first name kind of guy, like clap at the TV when things are going on.
Yeah,
I would love to see that. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't talk unless I am provoked into that corner and I got to start crawling and scratching like a badger. Then and you push me to talk trash, like Texans fans pushed me for 5 years to talk trash, and I can talk a lot now, and I let it rip, but I try not to because I know how serious it used to be for me and how much it would be in a bad place. So I don't talk trash to people. Like I'm not the one, if your team is losing, that I'm the one that starts texting you in the middle of it. Hey, no, because I don't play that. I don't, because I don't deal with it. I don't deal with the will. So I'm gonna do it. But I'm telling you, man, Kansas is losing. And I mean, they are hunting me down on Twitter. I mean, it's just hunting me down. And I'm like, all right, I understand this, but why I don't talk trash? I can see if I don't talk trash. I mean, I'm a fun guy. I'm a guy that picks you up when you're down. I'm a fun-loving guy. That's what I am. I'm surprised.
We're just gonna lie. We're just gonna lie on the air like that.
I'm not lying.
Are we bringing the untruth to our fans? That I mean, like and subscribe, guys. But I don't know if you want to hear this guy lie to your face like that. That's
I'm not lying. I am not lying. I am not a trash talker.
It is poetic that Kansas and Missouri both got bounced in the first round when all of the debate in Kansas City has been who's going to make it in the tournament farther, Kansas or Mizzou.
Well, Missouri's better, but they're a better team, and that kills me to say that. It kills.
They're not in the tournament still either.
No, listen. This Kansas thing was like, and I hate to compare it to this, but it's the only thing that I could think of. It's like someone is dying. Like they're dying.
It seems
and there's so much pressure and so much stress on you because of what you have to do for this person that's dying. And there's a part of you that really just wants them to go ahead and just pass away, just because
Yeah.
because you know it's coming, right? Like you know it's coming,
Yo.
and it would obviously be a huge burden off of you, but you don't want to tell it, but you know it's coming, and
You're
you
just
want
like,
to.
go ahead and die. Just go ahead and die.
No, you
Like,
don't.
please, just
You're
I'm
not
not going to
die.
make that comparison just to a sports team.
Die already.
It's not like go ahead and die. It's not like go ahead and die, but it's just like, you see the pain and everything that it is causing, and it's just like you just want it to be over, right? Like you just want it to be over, but like you're gonna keep going until it is, and then you're sad when it's over. But then when it's over, you're like, you can think of all right, the burdens are lifted off. Like, I've been preparing for this thing because it's over, and now you can positively move on. Like I was annoyed at my daughter's softball game while watching the game at the same time on my phone. I did, and one point, for some of the reasons why they stressed me and why I wanted it to be over, and why I wish those bastards would just die, and they finally did, started to happen while I'm watching the game, and in the middle of the softball game, I'm yelling, "God, no, you idiot!" And I'm certain a couple of parents looked around. I just threw the phone on the bleacher in front of me, but it is. This is, you were talking about it, Osita, last night, about how this stuff is changing, and how money in the sport legally is changing the game, and it is a show of my actual favorite basketball team, who has been the premier team. Them, Duke, Kentucky, they've been the premier team, and now teams like Houston are replacing them, but they've been the premier teams year in and year out. They've been at the top of the league, and now they are struggling to figure out things. And man, we got what you're talking about, Osita. When you're talking about the arrogant whatever, we got a kid that is really, really talented, and they cost a lot to get him, and they got him, but they got a really, really talented person that doesn't fit the culture that man has built for 22 years. And that has wrecked and ruined this. And now we're seeing it. Hey, man, we just put a bunch of talented people, and some of them don't fit what it is that you want them to do, but they're talented. But are they talented enough to run and do what it is that you want them to do? Like, everybody can't play for Kelvin Sampson at Houston, because you got to have a certain type of headspace, certain type of mindset. He's looking for a certain type of player. And to be honest with you, Bill,
yes sir, no sir kind of cat.
well, I mean, he's looking for somebody that would break the beer bottle in half with the glass sharp and fight that way. Like, I'm just saying, he's looking for mental toughness. But Bill and him used to look for the same type of kids. But Bill just got that talent, NIL, money. Let me buy him up, and it has just ruined the team. I just needed this thing to end, and I am so happy that it has ended. And now we can go on about, and I feel bad, because I try to treat college athletes different. But there was a real level of disdain and uncomfortable anger that I would have towards these kids.
What's the kid's name? Hunter Dickerson?
He's number one on the list. I'm not kidding you. He is the number one player in all of sports teams that I've ever rooted for, that I sports hate the most. To watch him run up and down the floor just gets me fired up. Pisses me off. And I am so glad that I am done having to see him. And like I wish for the best for him, but I am so glad. And you know what he promptly did tonight? He didn't score in the second half. His final game, he didn't score in the last 20 minutes of the game. He is our best player, leading scorer and rebounder. Did not score in the second half. So thank you, Hunter. And he is just as soft as all get out.
As someone who doesn't closely follow Kansas basketball, to my understanding, that had been the issue all season long because he was like the big transfer, right? From where was it, like Michigan State or something?
No, Michigan. The scoring was not the problem. It was he was lazy. He was a front runner. He's got a real punchable face. Go just pull him up. Like pull up Hunter Dickinson. Pull him up. He is a real punchable face, and he's a prick, and he's the worst kind because he's the kind that's a front runner. He's not really about it, but he does stuff. Like he got ejected out of a game earlier this year against Duke because they fell on the ground, and as he and the other guy were trying to get up, he ended up swinging and kicking the guy in the face. And trying to act like it was his normal motion of getting up. But no, he kicked the guy square in the face and got ejected from the game. But he just does stuff like that. He's just not what like I'm used to Kansas having. And I'm just over him. I really am. By the way, my bracket was doing real good until this second part of the day.
So it always goes.
I'm doing all right. I mean, I probably lost about 4 games now, but like I knew that I had lost it with this team. Like I would have tried to find a way probably out of my daughter's softball game tonight. Like had this been a team that I really gave a rip about, I was I would have found something. I'd have probably found something to be around, especially if it was a game I thought they could lose. I would have just. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna get off Kansas. To hell with them. Frustrated. You got a. Let's change it up. I want to feel a little bit better about things because good man. It's over. They're dead. It's over. We can move on, and now we can really deal with the problem. So. I want to hit Osita's heat check. Welcome in, everybody. Like and subscribe. Yeah, we're going in. Oh, yeah, we're going in.
Wow. I don't know if it's going to make you feel any better. It's kind of a dark heat check, my guy.
Well, you're dark. By the way, Osita
I thought it was more of like a chocolate mocha, maybe a little bit of caramel, but yeah.
No, not dark from that. I mean, you're dark. You're dark-minded. Sometimes. Yeah. They tried to get him today. They tried to make Osita take multiple shots today, Serda. They tried. Oh yeah, they tried to get him. Yeah, they tried to get him to take.
Man,
didn't give in.
No, of course not, man. That stuff that Matt pulled today was crazy, man. Can I talk about that for a second?
Why not, man? That was that. Yeah, Matt, we're coming.
That shit was okay. So check it, Matt. Shout out to Matt, DJ Me, that piece of shit. That guy, so he offers me a shot, right? And he's like, it was your birthday. He's like, we're pretending it's your birthday. I wasn't there for your birthday, so we're taking a shot. I'm like, nah, man, I'm good. I'm all right. I'm chilling. I'm on the clock. I don't drink. Blah blah blah. Right? And he's just like,
you went to the no on the clock. Don't drink. I
gave him all the excuses. And he knows I don't drink, so he was just like trying to get me to do it. And I was like, man, I'm good. I'm fine. All right, no, I'm good. And he was just like, look at me. He just stared at me like, you really ain't gonna take the shot? I was like, dude, I'm really not gonna take the shot. He went and ordered one for him and everything, and I was like, damn, dog, I'm really not trying to take the shot. I'm good. And so he's waiting on Reggie to take the shot with him, right? It's the middle of the Reggie and John Lopez's show, and he points to Reggie.
You don't have to give us the name of the show that people don't know.
Okay, sorry. Talking about. So he points to my guy Reggie, and my guy Reggie's like staring at me super crazy and stuff like that. He's like, hey, he's looking at you because he won't take that shot. And I was I was like, dude, what did I like? Why is everybody tripping? Like, I don't drink. Like, it's fine. And he was just like, and I could hear them talking about something. He was obviously talking about something that was going on in our direction, but I couldn't hear exactly what he was talking about. So Matt had me convinced that he was talking about me not drinking. I was just like, damn, okay. And I was like, you know what? Y'all need to chill out. And he was like, what? I was like, you know what? Reggie needs to chill out or else I'm going to steal his fries. He happened to have like a plate of fries and a lobster roll right in front of him. So he was like, you won't. And I was like, I won't? Okay, bet. So I run over there. I grab a fry.
And by the way, I'd like to step in and say, yes, that is true. Twin Peaks does have a lobster roll on the menu now. Just letting you step in and know that.
I heard it was good. I heard it was pretty good.
I've had it multiple times. So you squeeze a little lemon that they char. It's pretty good. Not bad.
So I go and steal the aforementioned fry off of his plate, right? And he just looks at me. He's just like, what is going? He's like, he starts freaking out at me because I took a fry off his plate. And Matt is off in the corner laughing his ass off, laughing maniacally. I'm like, oh yeah, you like how I stole that fry? And he was just like, yeah, because I did that 5 minutes before. He was like, he wasn't talking about you drinking. He was talking about the fact that I just stole a fry off his plate and I made you go do it. And I was like, what? So he had the key in my back, lying to me, planning this dubious, devious, devilish activity to get me to steal that man's fry.
That's
Matt.
Fast.
Hey, Matt, you're an evil genius, dog. You're an evil genius.
He worked your ass.
He really did.
Yeah, he worked your ass. Good for you, Matt. A sick individual.
But I got him back.
Well, no, because I thought you were going to get him back, but then he got an order of fries and coughed all over him, so you could not get him back from that.
Oh no, I got him back. I got him back in multiple ways today. He was so we were talking about the cats that go to Twin Peaks, trying to spit a little game, and he was definitely on that type of time today. And me and Reggie were just the biggest haters of Matt today, dog. And we just threw so much shade and so much salt in his game. We were trying to make sure that nothing worked out for him, man. It was a beautiful day. It was great teamwork from my Nigerian brother. I felt
good. You felt good about it, didn't you?
We even had one of the girls working there talking about, yeah, I hate Matt too. She don't even know Matt like that.
Hell yeah, man. It's good. It's good to really, because it's easy to get under his skin.
Mm-hmm. Very. Love it.
All right,
we're doing this heat check.
Let's do the heat check.
1 second.
No, start over. We're gonna be a little bit crisper than that. No, that's not this.
You're trying to charge up?
This is week 1, and this is the final night of the week. Damn it!
Oh,
all right.
Don't
hit me. Don't hit me with the hold. Don't hit me with the hold up. Just 1 second. Now, damn it, Serda, be ready. Here we go.
There was no time in between. It's not my fault that we hadn't hit it yet. We hadn't.
This is the nightly fix. Every night, Big Osita gives us a heat check. And here we go. Heat check.
You didn't need to add the here we go. You could have just said Osita gives us a heat check and then we hit it. You didn't have to add the here we go.
Now I got to do it. Now I have to do it all over again. Stop.
Guys, y'all are you ready? Adding to this anticipation. It's making me nervous. I don't know if I can do this now. This is crazy.
Osita's heat check.
That was awesome. All right, so for tonight's heat check is going to be one of economics and the times that we were in. It might seem a little bit depressing, but I promise you there is a slightly happy ending or maybe a funny ending to this. I feel like we are on our way to a recession, and not necessarily by any economic standards. I told you it's dark, dude. I told you. I forewarned you. I feel like we're on our way to a recession, and not by anything that's going on in politics, anything that's going on in economics. There's a true sign of the times that I've noticed in my weird little head is whenever goths are big in the world, it seems to be followed by an immediate recession.
What?
Check it. Hear me out. And you're
trying to
do that a lot because you got to see the vision. You know what I mean? In the 1980s, that's when the first big goth wave happened, right?
Yeah.
So you had Susie and the Banshees. You had that one band that made Bela Lugosi's Dead for the uninitiated.
Like the British punk wave that turned into like goth movement.
Exactly. Right. And immediately following that, what happens in the 1980s? Huge economic recession in the United States. Now, follow me. In Russia, in the 1990s, you have amazing bands like bands that kind of sound like Molchat Doma and stuff like that, which is actually a new band that came out in 2017. But all these amazing dark wave, goth bands and stuff like that, immediately followed by what? A economic recession for them. So now we have this weird dark wave boom that's happening with all these goths.
Hold on, I feel like you've skipped some recessions.
No. There was not one in 2008. I mean, there was one in 2008, but it wasn't.
Crisis,
No, this is the housing crisis. That was all them, dude. They did that. The goths couldn't keep up at that time.
If you didn't have a goth ready for 2008, that has to kill your whole argument.
Okay. Check it. You want to hear this one? Maybe who was big in 2008? What was big in 2008? Emo. What is emo? A type of goth.
He's not wrong.
I'm not wrong.
It's basically the same thing. It's
pretty much the same thing. Tight pants, wearing black, eyeliner, sad.
Yeah.
He just
looks like a goth, sounds like a goth. It is a goth.
They just have higher pitched screams.
Exactly. Thank you, Serda. Thank you, Serda.
He went to the 80s. And then went to the 90s and then tried to jump us to here like there was like everyone's sitting here.
To Russia.
It took us to Russia. And everybody's sitting here racking their brains. What was the goth movement in 2008? And then he just said, and now look where we're at.
Look where we're at. It's the aliens. No, it's the goths. The goths are ushering in the new recession. There's a huge goth dark wave movement going on right now for the uninitiated, for the unknowing. That's happening, and I am personally sick of it. I'm tired of it. Every band sounds sad and like they belong in a dark alley, and all the girls are, and I mean the girls look hot. I'm not gonna lie, they look amazing wearing all black. I love it, but it just needs to stop. I think for the sake of the economy, for the sake of the American people, we need to put an end to this.
I've never even heard. I didn't even know there was a golf move. I certainly didn't know about the one in Russia, but I did not know there was one happening right now. I'm learning. This is something I'm learning right now.
I think Osita is way more up to date on like current music than I am because I listen to so much old stuff that I don't really like. I'll hear new things, but it's not like I'm hearing it immediately when it comes out, generally speaking. So I was totally unaware. I was totally unaware that we're living in the middle of another goth movement. I agree.
Am I wrong about the past, Serda?
Honestly, even
it kind of lines up.
Even with the whole, U-turn to Russia, I'm just gonna ride with him on this. It seems right. It seems like it's a logical conclusion to make based on the way the world's going right now.
Thank you for the validation. Number one, I do appreciate that. I love leaving Ron stuck on stupid, where he's like, I don't even know.
No, I just don't agree. I just don't agree with it. I just think the whole premise was messed up. You guys have to have something
to
hold through it.
The facts are there.
I know you tried hard to find something in 2008, and you just could not come up with anything. You would have drugged that to the table.
Emos are pretty good.
It's a great comparison.
You should have just had that at
I've been to Warped Tour several times. I know what those people dress like.
Facts.
Only emo I know is Jimmy Butler. And that's when he took
and what did he do last year? He became the granddaddy emo of them all and he did it in front of the world. Jimmy Butler, resurgence of emo and goth, right there.
Good Lord, man!
Thank you for proving my point.
I did not. Prove
and tying
your
it to sports. Boom. Thank you.
I did not prove your point. You don't have a good point here. I mean, you tried. I'll give you an A for effort. Yeah, you gave it a shot. I don't think you have a good point here. But God, every time I see Rick Pitino, Rick Pitino, it just looks like he just got out of a coffin and just walked out to his seat. to where he is coaching. He's in that all black suit. I mean, he just looks like death. Rick Pitino getting out of a coffin. That's exactly what he looks like as he stands over there on the sidelines as he's coaching St. John's.
He looks very unwell.
He just looks
like he's looked like that for 25 years.
He looks like he sucks blood.
He looks like he hasn't seen sunlight in 40 years.
Yes, I think he sleeps in a California king coffin. I don't think that he sleeps in a bed.
I don't know how he still has head coaching jobs, honestly, but it doesn't matter if you've had any kind of track record of success in.
He served his 5 years because he had that brothel being ran in Louisville. Just that's old news, okay?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You can always work your way back. You just got to go to purgatory and coach at a small school for a while.
He just couldn't coach for a while. He just couldn't even coach in the sport for a while. And then he got to go to Iona, and then he made it to St. John's. But yes, he was running a brothel at Louisville, or I'm sorry, somebody in his coaching staff that he claims he was unaware of running a brothel, even though he is one of the biggest control freaks in the history of college sports. And you're going to tell me you didn't know a brothel was being ran to your incoming recruits to just get done in. So, but he's paid his dues and he's back. He's back. Hey, Cooper Flagg. They said Cooper Flagg's going to play. And he's going to be back in there for Duke tomorrow. And listen, Cooper Flagg to me, you know who has investment, not CBS, not Turner, TNT, and all this? The NBA needs Cooper Flagg to be the star of this tournament. Like, to be the breakout star of this tournament. If they could pull off, do you remember 2 years ago who Caitlin Clark was? Like honestly, when do you like? And I know, Osita, this will be different for you because I cannot wait. I cannot wait to hear the answer to this question from you, Osita. But Serda,
is it about my baby girl, Caitlin?
She's not your baby giril.
Yeah, it's my baby girl, Caitlin.
But do you all remember the first time you ever heard of Caitlin Clark? Do you remember when that was?
I feel like it was 2 years ago. Like, obviously, last season, it was a whole different story. But I feel like it was 2 years ago when I first was, like, aware of her as a player.
So, yeah.
I was aware of my Earth Angel like it was yesterday. Yeah.
You remember her yesterday? That was when you first found out?
It was like it was yesterday. It was like it was yesterday.
Do you remember when you first heard of Caitlin Clark? Like, has it been more than a year? Or
yeah, most definitely.
Okay, but we didn't know who she was before. Like, I'm talking about on the level that she became. We didn't know who she was until she and Angel Reese became the star of that tournament. And it really was her on that run, and then Angel Reese at LSU, and then they pitted the black kids against the white kids and all this, that, and that became the thing. But we started to kind of meet her. Not the last year she was at Iowa, but her junior year when she was in the tournament and she started going off, and then she beat South Carolina. Her and Iowa beat South Carolina. That's how we found out about her. And from that moment on, she has been the most popular American basketball player in the country. Penis or vagina. She has been. She at that point became the most popular American basketball player, like outside of like LeBron and Steph, but young American basketball player. She became that. They need a run like that from Cooper Flagg. I mean, he is too perfect. Could you imagine if Cooper Flagg had a star like tournament like Caitlin Clark? And the Great White Hope is moving to the NBA, a league that says it has no young stars, and you got a young white American star who is the star of the last 2 weeks moving to the NBA that's got all this LeBron fatigue and Steph fatigue, and they're lazy, and they will never believe he is. Like, could you imagine the bump that would give the NBA if he becomes almost like a Caitlin Clark level star? And CBS and TNT will certainly give him the time to do it. This could be huge. If I'm the NBA, I'd fix these games to make Duke get as far as I could get so he could be on TV. This is how you develop a star.
Well, okay. So admittedly, I'm not as locked into college basketball as you are. And I know Cooper Flagg will, if he leaves Duke, he's going to be the number 1 overall pick in the NBA draft, correct? Like,
you don't know many college basketball players, but you know who Cooper Flagg is. I know you've never seen him play, but you know the name.
But like, is Cooper Flagg actually, like, is he going to go to the NBA and actually be a legitimate star? Like, is he actually, because Caitlin Clark right now, I know she like started her WNBA career slow, but she came on later as she developed more and played at the professional level. And she's like a star now. Like, is Cooper Flagg legitimately going to be a franchise changing star for whoever drafts him in the NBA draft? Because yes, this certainly would help if he dominates and Duke goes on a run and he's the best player in the country and he's carrying them to a national title or whatever. Yes, incredible story. But also I think it's different than what Caitlin Clark did, because what Caitlin Clark did with women's college basketball and with the WNBA is like they could only go up. And so all she's done is help increase their numbers. And the WNBA is a valuable property now, and women's basketball is a valuable property now because everybody's seeing the upside of it. But it's also in part because it started so low that the only place that it could go is up. Like, I don't know if there's really anywhere for the NBA to dramatically shift in the way that people are viewing it. It could certainly go up a little bit because it's been overall down for the last couple of years. But I don't know if we're going to see some dramatic shift because of one single player.
No, I think it absolutely, like, the NBA's ratings have been down and the talk around the league has been down for the last couple of years. Like, that Lakers Celtics game was the highest rated game. That one from, I think, last Sunday, maybe 2 Sundays ago, was the highest rated game in the NBA in the last 7 years. It's been a while. And the NBA has kind of been down a bit. And dude, are you crazy? First off, I will say this. Judging by his talent and his play, he is, I think, the best college basketball player in the country. I was going
to say, I'd never seen this kid play before, and I'm looking at highlights right now. That boy's cold, man.
No, yes, he has the game.
He's nice.
And here's the thing is, I think he can play at the, like, not think he can play. I think there is a chance he can be a game-changing star at the next level. I mean, just judged off of how he was on USA Basketball and he was going against, like, AD, LeBron, and there is footage out there of him doing in AD, and that's before he got to Duke. Like, he was a high schooler. And giving AD and them guys the business. They were all very impressed by the 17-year-old that was at USA Basketball going against him. So I do think he has the talent to play. I'm just saying, Osita, look at him. You see him? You know the issues the NBA kind of has, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, with some of the viewers that they are struggling with.
We need a Bird. We need a Stockton.
Come on. Can you imagine if they
fall an American white too?
Yes. This isn't Luka.
Yeah.
He's not European. He's American, corn-fed, Midwestern.
No, he's not. He's from Maine. Even better.
Whatever, dude. East Coast. Yeah, perfect. He's white. He's white. American.
But I'm just saying, if America fell in love with him over the next 2 weeks, like America fell in love with Caitlin Clark, and specifically potentially the type of America, if they fall in love with him, and this guy coming up to go get LeBron, and I know he's not thinking that, but there is a segment of people like, now this I can get behind. This cat can go and play. Like, That's how you develop stars. That's one of the big issues is many times young players come to the NBA and nobody knows who they are because they weren't in college very long and you didn't get to learn them. They got a chance to have a Caitlin Clark thing. They need him to be apps from word go tomorrow to be a star, somebody they fall in love with. They need stories to be done. I swear to God, if I were Adam Silver, I would be working with CBS, TNT, TBS, all of these networks to try to make him. You wouldn't stop seeing Cooper Flagg. Oh, he's got the perfect name. He's got it all.
Yeah,
Cooper
for real.
Flagg.
Cooper Flagg.
The
Jesus.
American flag.
The
I heard Jay
American.
Williams say that. Wrap him around that sucker if he came out there. Cooper, the American flag.
And I mean, honestly,
Cooper,
I think would be a good
American flag. Yes,
it would be a good look for the NBA. As you say, like for the story, for the I would say for the bit, but for the story for sure. But the thing I loved about Caitlin, thing I love about my baby,
Oh,
is
let's
that
hear it.
she can hoop, man.
Yes,
She can hoop. Like she can actually hoops. Like she's got just that swagger on the court of somebody who's been playing this shit their entire life, dude. Like effortless shots, effortless passing, it's amazing to watch. And it was really weird. It was weird to watch. Like this is gonna sound awful, but it was weird to watch because at that time she looked like just like any girl, you know what I'm saying? But she had this movement like Steph Curry, dude. It was nice. It was really nice. And I'm looking at this Cooper Flagg kid, and in all honesty, like he's got what it takes. He's got movement, man. He's dominating the fucking paint. He's getting these fucking passes. He's dunking the shit out of the ball in impressive ways. You know what I mean? Like he is something good.
And he is the white guy that people are gonna say Bird, gonna say because we just naturally do that. But his game is like you said with Caitlin. His game does not look like that.
Yeah, not at all.
No, his game looks like LeBron. Like what I'm saying, closer to that, high flying, can handle, can shoot. He's tall, he's big. So yeah, I think the game can go with him. But the big thing is, it's not like he has to have amazing personality. If you see him, he does have swagger on the court, like Caitlin. But there's not an interview or a moment you remember Caitlin having. Like Caitlin's not Draymond, right? She just plays, and people fall in love with the play. You're right, boy. Osita, he come out there and do an interview with Iron Eagle or somebody and hits him with a yes sir at the end. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean,
people love that
shit. The Midwest loves a good, humble white guy athlete.
But I'm serious. But a good white American star who has the game like this, as we just saw in the WNBA, has taken that league to a place where ESPN says to hell with baseball. We're going to go with women. By the way, they're airing 10 of her games this year on ESPN in the new package they just got to carry the WNBA. They're doing 10. They've got 26 WNBA games. 10 of them are Caitlin's. So that's going to be like she is taking it up that league a notch. Like I agree with you, Serda. Cooper Flagg doesn't need to like save a league, so to speak. When I mean save a league, like take a league that has minimal small growth like the WNBA, but really help take it up a notch, which is something that her and what's her name? Good Lord, an Angel Reese and all of that, South Carolina, Don Staley, all of them did that. But adding him as a player, as a person, because in this 2 weeks, a lot of America will be watching. And if he just is becoming the rising tide and star, you bring that and him to the NBA. Hey, that is something that just changes the league, because now you got the mainstays of the people who are going to keep watching it. And now you have this group coming in and saying, uh-oh, hell yeah, This is our guy. Everybody wants their guy, right? To many people who are saying they don't like the NBA or they're tired of it, Luka, it's hard for Luka to be their guy. It's hard for Jokic to be their guy. But Cooper, the American flag.
Cooper, the American flag.
How has nobody done that yet? How is it not
American flag?
Hey, we need to trademark that. We need to go ahead and trademark that now, dude.
How is that
That's
not been? Because I know he's already got some commercials and stuff. How is that not?
Oh my God! They get his ass to the Indiana Pacers. Like where is
dressed up like Captain America or something? Yeah. Like in a State Farm commercial.
I can see that on a T-shirt, man.
Where do you put him? Like if you're the NBA, let's say he becomes the star of the league. Like let's say he has a huge next 2 weeks and becomes a star, and this thing starts rolling anywhere close to the way it did with Caitlin. He goes to the NBA. Caitlin went to Indiana, which actually for her being from Iowa, the middle of the country thing, it made sense. Well, Angels in Chicago, that makes Boston obviously is the one that makes sense, but they're already really, really good. Where would you send? Like, where would be the spot that would make sense?
Oklahoma City.
No. I need first off, they're good. But first, I need somebody.
Milwaukee.
I was.
Does it feel small? Do you feel like it?
Yeah, I was thinking Knicks.
See, the Knicks, right? That's New York. Now, I
mean, if he balls, like if he's a superstar, like franchise changing player for the Knicks, but the Knicks are solid this year, right?
They're solid, but if they added Cooper Flagg, I wonder would Cooper Flagg's star power in New York? Obviously, he'd have the endorsement opportunities and have all of that stuff. But where is New York is not bad. It does feel like
New York. He could get on SNL within like a year.
Oh, he'll be on SNL immediate. I'm just trying. Like when you think of New York Knicks fans, who do you think of?
Michael Shea.
Spike Lee. Okay, that's not. Yeah, thank you. I was going to say Spike Lee, the man that threw up all over the floor the other day, Tracy Morgan. Yeah. But Jerry Seinfeld's out there. Ben Stiller, he's big. What's his name? Larry David, obviously Stephen A. Like so, yeah. I guess there is some mix there. That wouldn't. Yeah, New York obviously works everywhere. I just see like Indiana came to mind, but I don't think so. I don't like. That's too small to me.
Yeah, I don't see him being on the Pacers.
Yeah, like I don't know. Miami.
They put him in the Nets on the Nets.
In Brooklyn, that's
like Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's hard. That's like sending him to Jersey. No, man. That is the perfect spot. What about Philadelphia? A big American city, East, hard working. The crate,
he'd have to muscle out Joel though.
Listen, they would take his side immediately if he came.
I don't doubt it, but like you got to deal with it because Joel's not gonna. He's hurt right now, but he's not gonna just let Cooper Flagg come in and be the guy.
His body won't let Cooper Flagg stop himself from letting Cooper Flagg. I'm just telling you, I think the Cooper Flagg, this is a huge opportunity and moment with the NBA. They again, I have said this, and I said it at the beginning, and I mean this. Caitlin Clark is the most popular American basketball player under the age of 34 in the world. I think Steph's 34. There is Caitlin Clark behind LeBron and Steph. She may be the third most popular American basketball player in the country. Maybe Durant.
Kevin Durant now, yeah. I was gonna say.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting aggressive with Durant. I feel like Caitlin Clark is
she's bigger than Giannis, probably.
well, and
Oh yeah,
Giannis
she's definitely
is
bigger than Giannis.
and he's not American, so that
But
kind of takes him out. But yeah,
Oh, but like Giannis is an NBA champion, is an NBA superstar.
like I don't think she's bigger than Luca.
In this country, probably.
In the country, yeah,
not worldwide.
I don't know, man. It's wild. That Cooper Flagg, man. Cooper, the American flag. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Why did you just do the Wakanda?
I keep
You remember when I told you about that dude that came up to me and he was just like, he's like, all right, man, take it easy, bro. Wakanda. I was like, yo.
I'm putting
Really?
the flag on. I'm putting the flag on. I've got the flag here.
Flag on like that, dog.
I'm wrapping it.
You gotta tie it or something.
Yeah, you gotta.
I don't want to tie it. I'm just bringing it over. And if it ends in Wakanda, it ends. But I'm just bringing it over. Cooper,
You're sucking it in. You're sucking
the American flag.
Yo, that's crazy.
I'm holding him like this.
That's
I'm holding him on the edges like this. Nah, man. I'm
the
telling
American
you.
flag. It has a good ring. It has a great ring to it.
Nah, man. They got to do that thing. That is there for the taking. I'm telling you, hey, Philadelphia feels a strong one. Philly, I like New York. Obviously, that's kind of easy. I don't think he needs to go to the West Coast. I think they need to have him on the East Coast. He's kind of got East Coast ties. Have him from the East Coast so his games start on time. That's one of the worst parts about LeBron and having those stars out there is like they just started tonight at 9:30, 10:30 on the East. Yeah, he don't need to go to DC. I don't need him. I don't think he need to be in Chocolate City, but Philly, that feels like a strong one, a strong, big American city right there, banging it out. Detroit, I want him to be all right.
You want the man to succeed.
Yeah, I want him to make it. I want him to make it and everything. Yeah, I do. No. Hold on. What did you say? You said I should jump back into White Lotus. White Lotus picked up because you said,
yeah, bro. Hey, it got weird as fuck, but it got. Look, I'll tell you this right now. One of my, what's that dude's name from Seven Psychopaths?
Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell.
Oh, he's cold blooded.
He's okay, man. So anything that Sam Rockwell is in is always like it's a great thing to watch. He has a monologue in White Lotus that is going to win something. That specific monologue.
I don't think he's eligible for an Emmy. I don't think you get eligible for just cameos.
Like, I don't know, bro.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
See, have you watched it? You watched it, Serda, right?
Yes,
you watch it. It's insane. Right?
He's just one of the best actors.
Like the story alone with what he's saying in that monologue is just insanity from start to finish. And then he just does it with a straight face. Like so seriously. It was crazy to watch, man. White Lotus definitely it's getting good.
So it started off slow. I didn't
very slow.
I don't think it's like a big spoiler to reveal that to you, Ron, to get into this.
No, let him watch it. Let him watch it.
You probably had seen something about it online anyways, because I watched it a couple days late this week and I had it spoiled for me like immediately when the episode aired. But
yeah,
it was fine. But Sam Rockwell is incredible. So his wife is actually like one of the main characters in this season. So that's kind of why he like wound up on it. Like they needed somebody last minute to like fill this role because I guess it like something fell through and
that was a last minute pick.
And she was just like, "Oh well, Sam's coming to visit or whatever." And so,
his real life wife.
Yeah, his real life partner is on the show.
That is the universe.
So he just stepped in and like ripped it, which I don't know if you guys ever saw the movie Civil War that came out like last year.
Yeah.
But it was Jesse Plemons was in that. and had an unbelievable cameo where he like totally stole the movie, and it's a great Alex Garland movie, but his wife Kirsten Dunst was one of the main characters in the movie, and it was kind of like a similar situation where like actor they had for this fell through, and Kirsten Dunst was just like, oh well, Jesse's not doing anything right now, he could probably come to set today and just like
Jesse's banging Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah, they've been married for years.
I did not know that.
But so Jesse Plemons, like an incredible actor, just came in, did this cameo, and then like when that movie came out, and it's a great movie, all anybody could talk about was how insane Jesse Plemons was in that movie. It's like the same thing with Sam Rockwell showing up in this episode of White Lotus. Like, but Sam Rockwell's absolutely incredible, and
you can most definitely win an Emmy for guest. Because that's what I mean. That's okay. What all those.
I mean, I didn't know if you could for like he's probably in like 14 minutes of the total episode.
Bro, it's a beautiful 14 minutes. It's a crazy 14 minutes, man.
Yeah, I think you can. I think you can just because, right? Like I think Meryl Streep and some of these cats have done it for some of these shows where they're like I literally believe they have a category called guest star in Emmy for best guest star. Sam is White Lotus, is that considered a drama or it's a okay.
It's a drama, right?
And he mentioned Seven Psychopaths, so Sam Rockwell won an Oscar for his role in 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri, which was also
great movie
by the same director as Seven Psychopaths, Martin McDonagh, who just makes incredible movies. Everything that he makes is amazing. So
I forgot about 3 Billboards, man. That was a really good movie.
It's an incredible movie. Yeah, Sam Rockwell won an Oscar for that role.
I remember I was younger, and one of my friends was like, he would always bring up Sam Rockwell, and I was like, "Who the fuck are you talking about?" He'd be like, "Dude, you know Sam Rockwell?" And I'd be like, "No, man, who is it?" And he would show me a picture. I'd be like, "Oh, that guy. Yeah, he's really good." And then I just kind of started paying attention to more things that he's in, and it's always solid work, man.
He was in tons of stuff. Yeah, he was in tons of stuff forever. It's just kind of like a character actor, and then now he's kind of carved out like now he's kind of like a prestige actor now, like where like he's very selective in the things that he does, and he works with like really, really good directors, and really, really good directors want to work with him because he's just an incredible actor. Like he's just amazing in everything that he shows up in.
No, I had to guess because I'm telling you, that first episode was so slow moving and almost put me down so much. I was like, "Yo, man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hold in on this one." And it's just nothing has pushed me back to going back to checking it out. But I'm gonna go ahead and get back at it if it's getting, because you said it was getting good, but then you said it's getting weird. And when you say weird. Like you said, but when you say weird, you also bang out the Yellow Jackets, and that is really, really weird. And weird.
It's nowhere near as weird as Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, it's like a different kind of weird. Yellow Jackets is more like I always say, feral white women. Like they're all fucking psychopaths because of obviously the trauma that they had and stuff like that. This one is just kind of more like taboo weird, if that makes any more sense.
Yellow Jackets is always kind of dancing around this like mysticism and like this idea of like
they're eating dogs.
There's something like bigger at hand or something, some like force or something. And I don't know if that's ever actually going to like amount to anything. And I'm not caught up on Yellow Jackets, but White Lotus is just like much more realistic, and it's just like approaching things that make people uncomfortable. And which like I like shows that do that. Like I want to know how I feel when Sam Rockwell goes on that like monologue, and like I want to be put in uncomfortable situations sometimes.
Well, shout out. It is this is the Nightly Fix. This is every night, Sunday through Thursday. This is our last night this week. How about it? Last night we banged over 1,000 viewers right now. How about that? Shout out to you. Please like, subscribe, keep sharing. Yeah. And every Sunday, every Thursday, you can catch and hang out with us talking about, and I don't know, whatever it is. You can see how crazy this crew is as we're having a good time. But we appreciate you riding in with us. Remember, man, Cooper, This starts tomorrow. Cooper needs to get about 30 tomorrow. I don't know who they playing, but Cooper, the American flag.
Bro, you're
needs
gonna
get
have me
about-
rooting for him, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna be rooting for Cooper this
This is
time.
the story. It's the story, man.
Yeah, I dig
Bring
it.
him
I
in.
dig it.
Like
into
they
it.
need, like they need to get. He needs to get to the regional semifinals, get to the Sweet 16. I'm certain they're probably in Newark, and then LeBron just come in all black. LeBron and Steph go to his game and stare him down, like, and not really cheer, but stare him down to really start like a rivalry or something, like like Diana Taurasi was doing to Caitlin Clark and Cheryl Swoops, who's lost her mind. It'll be it. That's what needs to happen, baby. Come on, man.
I like how you see the wrestling in the reel. You know what I mean?
Oh, you got to have the story. The story makes sense.
I like how you see the wrestling. You're
Like,
just kinda
hey, listen,
"Ooh, this is gonna
listen,
be perfect.
Caitlin-
Set this up. Like,
Listen, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese was needed to have this blow up the way it has. Angel Reese, the South Carolina women were needed. They needed to be whichever side that you view as the side that you root for. They needed a foil. Caitlin needed a foil, or they needed a foil, which was Caitlin. They had to have it. Got to find that sucker. Take us home, Osita.
all right, so I found out that this foreign exchange student was French, so I decided to do what any normal guy would do, and yeah, she was French. She was a French foreign exchange student. So I decided to ingratiate myself into the French culture by taking French and getting into French club, which she was actually the president of at the time. And as that happened, I was actually able to kind of make my way into her life and see her life through her eyes. And it was a beautiful time.